Marvel's the Word. What's going on, guys? It's Trev back again for LegendsUniverse.net, and I want to do a video today. This video is going to be for Webhead X. Many of you will know him, and anybody else who is a Marvel Legends collector or is a 6-inch figure collector and has the question or is asking the question, what is the best Batman figure to buy? Now, before we get into the figures, let's just talk about Batman for a second in itself. You know, a lot of people don't like DC very much. Marvel being the #1 comic distributor or company, and for movies have really been kicking DC's ass as of late. So Marvel being the leaders, right? DC, a lot of people don't like DC these days. They see DC as, you know, kind of being old-fashioned with Superman and stuff. A lot of people don't like Superman. Green Lantern has come up really big. A lot of people are digging that, but no matter who you are, whether you like DC or you don't like DC, everybody likes Batman. I have only met like a couple people in my life who are like, I don't like Batman. And I just think to myself, what the hell is wrong with you? How could you not like Batman? Everybody likes Batman. He surpasses comic books. He surpasses, you know, every medium. He's one of the best characters ever made in any media form. Okay, if you look at comic books, yeah, he's the best. He's one of the best there. If you look at cartoons, oh yeah, he's one of the best there. If you look at movies, The Dark Knight was the second highest grossing movie of all time. You know, so any medium, he's definitely an amazing character, a very unique character. Now, if you want to buy a Batman figure, which Batman figure should you buy? I'm going to try to help answer that question in this video. Here I have 4 Batman figures. There are others. There's DC Direct Batman figures. There are, you know, a lot of different versions. There's another DC Superheroes version. It's kind of like a taller version that is wearing blue. But these here are the ones that I think, you know, most of you will be looking at because they have good sculpts and good articulation, whereas the DC Directs have nice sculpts but shitty articulation. These guys have really good articulation. So what it's going to come down to is essentially you know, a few different versions. You have the DC Universe Classics Wave 1 Detective Comics Classic Batman version in the blue with the you know, kind of the blue eyebrows, that kind of stuff. This is the classic version that you'd see from like the, you know, the old cartoons, the old comic books, the old TV show, that kind of stuff, the detective version. Very nice figure from Series 1, DC Universe Classics, the Elemental Man Build-A-Figure series. Very nice figure. We have here, this is a custom, but it's actually 2 figures combined. This is the Public Enemies Batman and Superman direct-to-DVD released figure body with an All-Star Superman head. I just did a head swap, and I thought it looked good because I like the body for this one better than the DC Universe Classics. But the head on the Batman and Superman Public Enemies really sucked, so I swapped that out. So that looks pretty cool. But that's all that is. I just wanted to explain that. And then here we have the DC Superheroes Batman figures that are from the line that the predecessor to the DC Universe Classics line, which was a very nice line of figures. So yeah, so there's a black and gray version, and then there's the blue and gray version. This version is the variant. This is the rare version. This is the regular version. This guy is really easy to get. You can get this guy for like, you know, anywhere between $20–30 for this guy with shipping. And this guy is the hard one to get. This guy is rare. He loose is going to be about $50, and mint on card he's going to go for about $80, $90, $100, something like that from that line, because he's just very rare and very nice Batman figure. These guys here, they won't run you too much. You can get these guys for about $20 roughly, and that's not a big deal. So as far as you know, if you're going to be starting a DC Universe Classics collection, these Batman figures here from the DC Superheroes are a little bit too small. As you can see, there's a height, significant height difference between them. I'm just going to move these guys off to the side so we can take a closer look at the difference in terms of height of these two. So definitely the standard body mold for the DC Universe Classics is a little bit bigger than DC Superheroes was. So this guy's a little bit shorter than this Batman. So for some of you, that may make a big difference. The fact that he's a bit shorter might, you know, might change things for you. So I want to point that out. Another thing I want to point out is the difference between this guy and this guy, aside from color. This guy here, the blue version, has this really weird like Batman bling symbol in the middle of his belt, whereas this one just has a belt loop. This guy here, you know, he's okay, but he's, I don't know, I really prefer this version over this one. I like the colors way better on this version, and I hate this bling Batman symbol. I don't know what they were thinking. That to me looks right. So I think right away you can eliminate this guy as being one of the best here. He's, you know, he definitely is out of the picture. He's a cheap figure, and rightfully so with this Batman bling symbol and, you know, just the overall look of the figure. I think that this guy can be eliminated right away. If you want a classic Batman figure, this is kind of like your classic version. So if this is the way you remember Batman, you want this kind of version, you know, this older version, this is the way to go. I personally, I grew up during the 90s. I was born in '86. So I, you know, didn't get a lot of exposure to this kind of Batman costume here, the old school one. I prefer the black and gray myself. You guys might think otherwise, but I prefer the black and gray. So that narrows it down to two figures then. Essentially the All-Star Batman version from DC Universe Classics and this version here. In terms of these two, this guy's taller, he fits better with DC Universe Classics, and he's bulkier. So this might be the way to go for you guys. Cost-wise, this guy, you can get him for like 20 bucks, 25, 30 bucks, something like that. This guy, you know, as I said before, is really hard to get. It's going to cost quite a bit. But in terms of comparing the figures, regardless of size, there really is no comparison. If you look at the difference here, this guy looks like he's been to the beach a little bit too much and has got a tan, whereas this Batman really looks a lot like Bruce Wayne. You know, he looks like the grungy, you know, beat up kind of over the years of, you know, fighting crime. He doesn't look like a beach boy. You know, this looks like Bruce Wayne to me. The cowl looks really nice. The cape, very similar, but you know, I guess I like this one better. The bat symbol is actually etched in here and looks really nice. The belt is a huge difference. Now, the belts on these vary depending on which version you get from which wave, from which line. Essentially, any belt you get on a DC Universe Classics version is not going to be as good as the belt on this guy. The belt with the pouches here on this one, very nice on this guy. Likewise, most of these Batmans come with open hands. The reason why I did the body swap on this was because this one has closed fists, the one from the Public Enemies version. But again, the Public Enemies version, you can rule that out right away because the head really sucks on it. It looks weird. It doesn't look like Batman to me. So this guy's got nice closed fists, and you can actually fit batarangs right in here. He's got this little slit here in his fist, and you can fit batarangs in there. So that's very nice too. So overall, you know, just to wrap this up real quick, I don't want this video to be too long. This is by far the best Batman figure there is. There's no comparison. The DC Universe Classics are nice, and you might want to go with this in terms of cost and size because he fits better with your DC Universe Classics than this guy does. But I personally like having unique figure sculpts, and you know, having a different sculpt for each figure I think, you know, is really cool. Whereas with the DC Universe Classics, they're all essentially the same. I like having some variation there, and this Batman figure definitely looks more like Bruce Wayne, and in my opinion, this is the best Batman figure to get. Okay, that's my video for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So I hope you know, you'll all go out and if you're going to be buying a Batman figure, this helps to make the decision for you. All right, guys. Peace.